Hi, crafters. Good evening. So I made it just a little bit late. We are going to work on that really cute page tonight. So we'll do a couple pages. And it's where we put the waterfalls last night. So that's the one you want to grab out. And we are going to make this little cutie here. Okay, I think I've got everything. Let's start. So this is a little bit, I mean, there's no photo mats. So we just want to get out our little embellishments. And I'm going to show you how I did that. And of course you want your foam dots. So I will use my round ones. And do I have a couple more? I need a couple more. I know I do. That won't quite do it. I just got down, so let me grab some out of my drawer. And now I am set. How is everybody tonight? Have you been working on your album? Hope you guys are enjoying it. Okay, the first thing that I want to do, we're just going to start here with the 10. I think some of the things are in there. 10 tiny toes. Oh, there's tooth. So there's our 10 tiny toes. And then I need the word sweet. It's right there. Wherever you had put yours. And we don't need any of that. I just need to double check to see if anything had already fallen out. This has been my little everything's fallen out bit. Yes. Oh, no, we have two different chairs. One goes one way and one goes the other way. So that's not the one I want. Do not lay those flat. So nothing gets smashed. Okay. So I took two of the little outfits and the dresses. So I took a big one, a small, and a big and a small. And then this is the chair we want. So it's facing to your left. And this little outfit. And then right up here at the top, there was some shoes. Those darling baby shoes. Actually, those aren't the ones. So we've got a couple of different pairs. Is it this one's? No. These, you know, the color, it could just be a little, I think, no, we'll keep looking here for just a minute. Then we want this changing table. And let's go ahead and grab our dress. So we have the large little, we'll just call them sleepers. Hi, Terry. And the large dress. And then I want this basket of laundry up here in the top. Now what they did is they kind of sprinkled, excuse me, let me get that. They sprinkled the little shoes. There they are. So the little shoes I want are on this other side. There's a couple of trains. See, they're a little bit bigger. We do end up using those others. And then down here in the corner is the smaller dress. So we have Large, small, large, small is hiding under here somewhere. There's those little feet to make our little banner with. And let me just do a quick check here. Make sure nothing is missing. I've got my basket, a blanket, and then we'll use some of our dots. Okay, those are packaging. Now, this is the piece that I used, and it has this background, and it comes from your little celebrations 6x8 paper pack. I did do the flowers, and then this part's going to go down here at the bottom. I had actually cut this part off. You don't have to. It just, I think it was already cut off. That was the thing, and so I will just still use that piece because we only need a 2" by 6". So I'm going to cut it at 2 3/8. I'm going to cut, I just don't want that bottom on this one. I'm trying to keep it like kind of clean looking. So then I'll turn it and cut it at 2 inches. And because the placement of the flowers, they are always going to look a little different. And then 6 inches. It always is going to look a little different because it just depends on how we cut the flowers. Oh, and then grab that piece. Okay, see this piece? There's just that tiny, tiny bit here at the top. Now you can use any scrap, just so you know. Any scrap that you want, but I wanted it to be a little more plain because it's going to look like a string. And I'm just going to put it not even to the 1/8 inch on my cutter. Okay, we just want a really thin piece, just a hair over the track of our cutter. Okay, and I'm just going to kind of, let me get the bone folder. Actually, let's just round it so we don't get too many. Okay, because when we do that, I want the lighter side. It'll make it easier, see, to kind of round it. Now, let's put everything where I won't lose it. I'm just going to set that aside for a moment. And then on this one, we do want to do some measuring because I want it to be same spot. So that everything will fit the way I laid it out. And it's going to be 3/4 of an inch from the bottom. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get our inking done. Whoops. Right now is a good time to craft. It was getting so hot outside. On the way home, I'm like, I have to go down to the craft room. I can't help you outside, dear. It's just too hot. So 3/4 of an inch from the bottom, and that'll give us enough room for the tiny toes. And then enough distance between our little banner. It's a quiet day today. Everybody's must still be out playing or working, or but they're not crafting, so they need to get in here. Okay, so what I'm going to do, let's see, that got bent. I'm just going to start almost in the corner. We're just going to lay this out somewhat. Okay. Once we get glue on, it works a lot better. I mean, it even loosens up some here, but we just want to make it look like a little clothesline. And then once I get it to my other corner, just approximate, I can snip it. We put the little dot over it, so if it's not quite straight, that's okay. And this is where we do get our fingers just a little bit messy. And that's okay too, because it helps it to bend. So I'm just going to add my adhesive. I'm going to start here in the corner. We're just going to shape it. So yeah, I'll have to trim it again. However it goes is how I let it go. And they never turn out the same. So this is where I'll start with my little guy up here at the top. Oh, there it is. Don't worry about that, because we're going to pretty much going to cover it, and it doesn't show. Nope, that's the wrong one. Little dress over here. And then sweet at the top. So even this one is a little different than that one, and it just depends on where our little thingy lands. So I am going to put down the word sweet, and I did use the foam, the big ones. Oh, are you kidding me? Was that? Oh, I thought it just tore the paper. My heart stopped. And then sweet. Oops. Okay, I'm going to start here on the edge. And just put one pretty much in the center. And we'll do the other side. Okay, the bigger pieces, I used 2. Actually, we're going to put 3 on the dress, so we have good support. Hi, Tian. You know, we were just wondering where you were. No, I'm just kidding. I know. Unfortunately, I realize we all have other things in life to do, but crafting should come first, right? Just kidding. So you can see the difference when you pop it up as you're working on yours. This was one of those places you have to use the nice big round ones. And now we'll put 2. Well, that's okay. Eating is very important. Okay, we got our little outfits down. Now we can lay out the rest of our layout here. Now the basket, I just kind of turned it so it's sort of on part of the chair, on those blankets. Remember sitting in the rocking chair folding the clothes? And then we'll pop the little shoes there. So we want to make sure we have room. We'll start with our dressing table. And I'm going to use my dots on all of the wider spaces. Hi, Jen. Oh, welcome home. Oh, thank you. Okay, let's see if I can, yeah, we can fit another one there. Yeah, I thought I'd try out cruise nails before the cruise to make sure I like them. And then I will just redo them. Oh, hi. Well, hi, Peter Pan. What a cute name. Well, you know what? You need to grab those. And then also, no fear. If you see one you like and it doesn't show on the website, let me know because we can make more. These are fun. And I'm really loving making them. Okay, so my chair, again, let's add our foam. And the nice thing with the kits, you get your cardstock. With these, you get everything. You even get some foam. And a lot of time you do have to then provide some also. It depends on how, what I call foam heavy you are. I'm really heavy. I love using them. A great one right now, if you travel or more masculine, is Wanderlust. And that's a video, though, I have to give you the link for, because it was a 49 in market class and they didn't allow us just to do it. That's why I'm doing my own, because I don't want to be told I can't share this with you guys. You know what, Peter Pan? We started out, that's pretty much, I think, most of us layouts. And I started out cards and layouts many years ago. And like, we're talking almost 30 years ago because my children, I have their layouts. But I'm like, now I'm this. But I'm going back. I do love cards. I do like to make cards. And so our doodle bug, Bee and Berry that are the berry is not on yet, but it will be coming soon. And oh, I'm going to put some glue in that spot because it's going to sit on the chair. We will be doing some cards with our leftovers. Okay, just want to put our basket there and the little baby shoes. We're going to just tuck down here at the bottom. Yeah, you know, I like making the cards, but then I got to the point where I'd see these. I saw albums, shaped albums, just different things. I'm like, okay, there's got to be more than just making cards. Oh boy, did we open a can of worms, you know? I wish I'll have one. I'm telling you, my studio, it just looks like always a hurricane came through here because I've got to do a video, a tour. I got to get it cleaned up and show you because I've got so many albums over the years that I've made. There's got to be 100 down here between, because my studio is the whole length of a basement. And in the hallway, just everywhere. You know how it is, you guys. And just like that, it's done. Now, it depends on how much, like this one's up higher than this one. I do have some negative space. So you could just add a photo or wait till you're done. And then you can add, maybe if you want to add anything else small. Yes, those are fun. Okay, we're going to put this one in the book. But you could still get a cute little photo there. There's our babies. Okay, so we're going to use a frame. And our 2 5/8 by 3 3/8. There was my circles. Well, I may be using that. 2 5/8 by 3 3/8. Okay, well, I will cut another one, but we want one of these frames. Perfect. So I will start with that. Now I have the wedding album like this, but we also did an album, not just the binder, but we did an album that went in conjunction with it. So if you like to build albums, then you'll be able to make the album. It was their One Perfect Day wedding. And it's very soft like this one. Okay, let's add our adhesive. Yeah, be sure you do, especially if you're new. I need you to like the video. Make sure you like it. And then also subscribe. And then we have tons of designers throughout YouTube. And you want to make sure you subscribe our designer so you don't miss any of the tutorials. Then I want to grab, oh, let's go ahead and get our 8-month while we have this here. Time's flying. We're already up to 8 months. Oh, you know what? We need to just put the brakes on for a second. Go back to this little guy. You know what I didn't do? I didn't add. So I'm using just the polka dots. I'm going to take these 2 light blue ones that are pretty much the same. Or you can take pink, whichever color you like. Because there's 2 pinkish ones. Here, let's go with the green. I forgot we needed to cap off our ends to give it a finished look. That's better. Okay. Twinkle, twinkle, little stars going on the top. And again, just making sure nothing fell out. Then I'm looking for this tab. And we're going to cut it in half because we don't need the whole thing. And for that, I just used my scissors, but you can put it in your cutter if you don't feel like you can cut that across straight enough. Then we're going to get the only thing, yeah, we have a lot of back and forth here with this line with 49 and Market because of these little guys. So we want this little squirrel. We use almost all of this. Then we want, it's not that one. There's another stool. Maybe it did fall out. It sure did. Okay, it has the rug underneath. Here. And a baby bottle. This one has a string. This one does not have a string. It's up here with this other pair of shoes. So teeny tiny. And that little cutie patootie. Okay, first thing, I took the Twinkle Twinkle Little Star just above the cow. It will cover his little horns. And just above his little ear. And let's go ahead and ink the frame edge. Yes, Tian, and then that's the beginning of your story. Okay, I'm going to attach this. Actually, you can attach it to the inside of the frame. So it's back here. Frame needs to open for your photos, of course. And let's just attach that to the top. And only glue the photo mat, don't glue the frame. Oops. The tab's going to come up. See how your moon kind of slants? Just right about down here. There's a star, and I just went above your star. Okay, in that space between your balloons and flowers, we'll add our 8 months. Well, let's put him down first. And I did, this is flat. And because we need to get in there. So I'm just going to add some adhesive to the side so it sits on the frame. Bring our stool in a little bit more. Okay. Put a little more adhesive now on the top of the stool, just making sure my frame was in the spot it would open. Okay, let's sit our little squirrely here. Just making sure we're not going to get in the way of anything. He dropped his baby bottle. That's what the problem is. So I just need to add some adhesive here. Well, thank you. Okay, now our 8 months can go down safely in that space. Remember, you don't have to use your months. Okay, I need some stars. I have 2. Oh, those are chipboard. We don't want the chipboard ones. So again, this is another good time to maybe sort before we do this again. I'll sort this kind of stuff. So I'm going to have a grayish blue. And I know I always say I'm going to do that. And it's I might be using a little bit different color. I noticed I've got some, like you saw last night, some variations in color. Oh, there it is. Because you want the biggest little guy here. Just put that up underneath there. And then we want the smaller blue. We'll just kind of cradle there. things down, and we want the epoxies next. Oh, Tian. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I hit. Oh, that's you. Well, welcome to being the star of the show. No, I don't know. I must have bumped it. You can add, like, I can add comments. And it pops up. So if somebody says something really, helpful, like here, I'll put Terry. I can put, hi, all. And then I don't know how I bumped it because my mouse is clear over there. I guess you just need to start doing live videos, right? It's saying, Terry, this is your debut. So I'm going to put the epoxy stars here in the center and then one on the outside. And I went with the dark brown. Again, you can use any colors you like. Now I'll need a smaller one for the blue. Oh goodness, I can't get it. There we go. And then a green one right here at the top. Okay, there's our 8-month page, and we can flip that over. Oh, this one is cute. I love this one. So this is going to be our family page. We want those 2.5 by 3 3/4, and we cut 4 of those. Or 2.5 by 2 3/4, sorry. Oh, Terry, these are the Dress My Craft. Let me get you the link. They are in the store. I hope we have more. I love them. You can also use them with the hot glue. Let me pull up the Dress My Craft tweezers. And then it cleans really good. They're heat resistant. Oh yeah, we have more. They're ceramic. And they're really tiny tips, so as you can see, it picks up. And they're great for heat embossing, if you do heat embossing. I haven't done that in a while. Like so, 2.5 by 2 3/4. And then we are going to cut a piece from our solid cardstock that is going to be 5.5 by 6. Oh, that's not it. You could use that. Now you can also use, if you don't like that color, but I just thought it went so good with the wood for our family. I'm going to cut my 6 first, and then my 5.5. And let's go and get our work. Now, family, that's that one that has a 2-part. So you can have an Amly, and then you need to add your F. And yes, it was a little hard to figure out what that little guy was at first, but what's nice is then you can place it basically where you want to place it. And then we need our kitty on the violin. From our animals.
talking to somebody?
Sorry about that, guys. Okay, our violin kitty. We'll find our little live, love, and laugh when we're done, because I'll lose it. Okay, so what we want to do first is I do want to put the family down. The chipboard. We're just going to have it centered. Okay. Yeah, these tweezers are good for people like me that have fat fingers. Because my fingers always get in the way of each other. I've always had short little fingers. And then my mother would, and my piano teachers were all, why can't you play? Well, I can't reach. I don't have the reach to go to all the different levels, on your keys. Okay, now we're going to put this little guy down. The top will touch my Y. Okay. There is right on the website. Let me pull that one up too. When you go to Country Craft Creations and I'm going to just grab it for you, meet the team. And also, Peter Pan, if you just put in the word Country Craft Creations on YouTube, you're going to see past designers pop up too. They still have some pretty cute projects. We change, we have designers that come and go. They stay with us for quite a while. Maybe some maybe not even crafting anymore due to their job, or they're crafting but not doing videos. And some, but they're always still on YouTube, and we're grateful to still be able to access their videos. Okay, so we're going to lay down our photo mats so you can get a good idea of what you want it to look like. And I wanted it to kind of look like a window frame. And then, if you need more than 4 photos, well, I guess somebody can't be in the picture this time. No, what you could do is make your photo mats and, make them this long right there. Score it in half so each one has a door that opens. I hope that makes sense. And then that way you can put more photos if you need to make the flaps. So if you do that, you would cut these instead at 5 inches, but you still want to keep them at 2 3/4. So 5 inches by 2 3/4. This is score it in half. Okay. Then you can have a flap. So if you cut it a 5, 2 3/4 long, 5, score it 2 1/2, and make yourself the little flippy doos. You can add more family members if you need to. Otherwise, just tell somebody it's not their turn this time. They'll have to sit out the pictures. Okay, I want a space there because I want our kitty in the center. Okay, once you feel ready, and there goes Homer. Be prepared, Peter Pan. I have beagles. We try to keep them quiet, even in the store. They're not as bad. Oh, no, they were noisy in the store. They do go to the store and visit the customers. Sometimes they get noisy. Okay. And I like these tweezers because my fingers don't get on my white cardstock. As you know, you're white. It's a magnet. Oh, so you know about Wilbur, Homer, and Charlotte. Yeah, they're quite noisy. Don't forget to follow their TikTok and our Instagram because they do their Sunday woofs of all their shenanigans in the warehouse. Oops. Try and keep everything lined up here. Oh, on the website, yes. But they do. And if you join our Facebook group, Scrapbookers of Country Craft Creations, you'll get to see their Sunday, their warehouse woofs. You know what, Bobby? I wish you could bring your 2 beagles up and they could come and work in the warehouse with them on Sunday. Bobby has 2 beagles too. But we love all breeds of dogs, guys. We do. Well, hi, Nikki. Oh, my goodness. It's 4:25 a.m. Girl, you need some sleep. But you're young. Okay, for the kitty in the center, I'm just going to add a dot, but I'm going to add it here. I don't know. Mine don't do too bad in there. Okay, let's put our dot. Right in the center. Okay, on that little heart, I'm going to use, did I use the little one? Yeah. I'm going to use the one that matches the color. And you can use your big one or your small one. We want to give it some dimension there. Then I want to find the little tiny word, live, love, and laugh. Let's see. There it is. And this is why I love the tweezers. Well, can't hold it with them either. Well, I do have to watch Wilbur. He does go and grab things off the shelf. And once he puts his teeth in them, there's teeth marks. Oh, you know what? Wilbur's first little girlfriend was a Chihuahua Beagle mix. And they are the cutest things. Does it have the little puggy nose? I mean, the little nose, or has it got more of the long nose? Oh, they're cute. In puppy training, his little first girlfriend was a Chihuahua Beagle mix. Okay, we are done completely with that page. I'm just double checking that I did not leave anything off, and it doesn't look like it. So let's go and put that in our book and grab the kind of like the half page. So tiny toes, so cute. So we want to get into our frames. And for this one, I used this blue instead of white. No, that's not the right frame. That's not the right frame either. Oh, there it is. Okay. It's your frame that's going to measure 3.5. Okay. Now, do you remember when we cut this little kind of tear in half? I'm just going to cut it again because I'm going to use it, but let's poke out the dots. Oh, goodness. See, we're going to put that right there, but I am going to cut it along that line. We don't need the whole thing. And then we need the word tiny. You know what? I wish I could pull all-nighters. I never have been able to. If I could just stay up and craft, I would be so happy, but you know, sleep gets in the way and it really irritates me. I'm telling you, sleep is overrated, but we need it, unfortunately. Now I'm going to look for the hat. And remember that other pair of shoes? The first ones I took out? Well, those are the ones I'm going to want now. And did I throw them in the right place here? Oh, and we also want, whoops, we want this changing table. Sorry about having to look through everything. But I did throw those little shoes, but we'll get a different pair. Nope, there they are. It was those very first ones I took out. Nope, it's not. Okay. Well, let me put those in the right place because they go a different direction. So we're good. Okay, so let's get into our shoes and our little hat. And then also this little rattle with the ribbon. There's our little hat. And these little shoes right there. And I'm looking for another, I don't know if we have one, butterfly. Or, oh, there it is. No, oh, you know, I accidentally used that on the other one, so we're going to use that one there. It's okay with the bigger one. Now, oh, this little piece, the scallop. It's this one. And then I have a little that little journal spot just in case you want to try and jot maybe a date or a name on there. There it is. So it's so tiny. It doesn't really matter. This one just has a flower. Like this one has a bloom, so that's okay. It doesn't have to be exactly, but it does have the rust around the edge. And I think we are now set. Everything at the top so I don't lose it. These are little pieces for sure. Okay, for this guy, I'm just going to cut it, or you can put it in your cutter. You don't have to because we're going to glue it. I just went in a little bit under that, the line that's on there. You know what? Same here. I used to do the same thing. And now I'm like, it will kill me. I will die a slow death if I stay up that long. And we're going to ink our frame. Oh, you know what? Diamond dots. That is so easy to get lost in because they're just beautiful. Wow, Nikki, you can't do that. Whoa. So I am inking the inside just to give this more dimension. Okay, into the solid colors. I just wanted a different look behind there. And I'm going to cut a piece that is 3 1/4. 3 1/4 by 4 will work. I need to knock on wood, but I have to admit, I can go to sleep, but I do wake up a couple of times at night. Of course, I have a beagle on me. So usually I'm in his way and I get told to move, and yeah, and then I'm awake. So now we're going to have just a different color frame. Not a different color frame, a different color insert here to put our photo on. So for this one, I would probably cut my photo just a little bit smaller to fit, to have the beautiful background. Okay. Now I'm going to add this one to the frame, just like we did on that tab we just did. I would go ahead and cut, let me show you, we'll cut our photo. I wouldn't. I would leave some of that showing. So I'd cut my photo probably like, let's see what this looks like, 1/4 inch on each side, and then put my photo there. You could put a piece of white. You could also put that if you wanted and have it look triple layered, and then put your photo, or double layered. So I would cut the photo down to this size, 2 3/8 by 3 1/4. Pretend that's the photo. And then, so you could glue this all down if you're going to do that. Or you could put another piece, a white, smaller, but then your photos are going to get smaller. But we're just pretending this is the photo of the baby. That's what I would do. Okay, Let's move to our scallop. So I like to get all this stuff put on the frame. And again, I'm just going to ink this up a little if you want to. And on the top, or actually it can go on that. It can go on there because it won't get in the way. I know, crap. You know what? I used to be the same way, Nikki. In fact, I would get up really early, like 2 hours before I even had to get ready for work so that I could get some crafting time in. I had to craft before I went to work, or it was not a good day. I just had to. All right, so let's put this little guy down. Now, the one thing we're looking for, and see, this is going to be, oh, you know what? This one, that's right. I had accidentally glued him all down. But you could still slide a photo in. So the whole goal here is, so you have that open if you need, is just to glue the dressing table on the frame, just along this edge, which we'll do in a second. But I'm just doing placement right now so that we get everything hopefully where it belongs. And then before this one goes missing. Oh yeah, I remember doing that also when we would do our Friday night Zoom nights, when we did our Country Craft Creation Zoom nights. Oh yes. Okay, now what we're going to do is see this little cutie, and then we'll add all this other stuff once our frame's down. So the main thing is making sure we leave room for the tiny at the top. So if you need to mark it, you can go ahead and make a little dot. And then we are just going to glue down the colored part and then our scallop. Oh, if you keep crafting, yes, you do have to plan for early retirement, because it's going to kill you, Nikki. Because you're going to be like, I don't want to go to work. I just want to craft. I mean, that's what I did the day I come home and I told my husband, I don't want to work anymore. I just want to open a craft store. He's like, oh no. He says, you're crazy. He says, no, we can't do that. And so I said, watch me. Okay, right above, but not in the way of our frame. Okay, the little hat. So the little hat, I put down flat. Oops. Right up there, you'll see where the Y kind of indents down. That's going over there. So my shoes. So I did put these on foam. I'm going to turn that over. And then I'm going to cut my square into 3s, because they need to be pretty skinny. And this one is, these are the half size that are in your kit. Just overlap on your hat. Then our butterfly. I know it's crazy. It is totally crazy. You know what? Even through nursing school and then child development, I'm like, this isn't really what I want to do, but I have to. And all along, it was just to save money to open a craft store. My husband laughs. He says, you planned this all along, didn't you? Well, no, really, I didn't. It just worked out really well. Okay, so that's just here on the bottom of the frame. It's nice and heavy enough you won't have to worry about gluing it down even after the photo. Okay, we're just going to add a little bit of adhesive. Watch if it hits the matting because you don't want to be in the way of your photo. Okay, so that page, I'm just, oh no, we need the heart. Just gotta put my shirt back on because, oh, that sounds funny. No, I am in a shirt. I just have to put my long sleeve shirt on. The air conditioner's on again and it gets cold. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Thank you. Well, you would find someone else. I could tell my husband, you'll always find someone else. Okay, there's that. And then you guys probably just wouldn't be spending money. But no, life would be pretty boring, wouldn't it, if we weren't crafting. There we go. Oh, so cute. So I don't care if you don't have a baby in your life that you need one for, make it because you're just going to want to look at this. It's so cute. So it just brings back like, wow. So I love it. Just lovely. Okay, this side. This is where I didn't care. I had to use the train. That train is just adorable. So we're going to get the train. And it's the train going left, and the trucks. My little girls play with cars and trucks. My daughter did. I did. In fact, I gave all my brother's trucks away. His Matchbox when I was little. He came home from school and they were gone. So we're going to take, no, not that one. So we need the balloon tab. And I need this. I need to check something. Did we use some on the front? No. No, we're good. We're good. Okay. So I'm looking for party time. And then the tab with the balloons. Oh, there we go. Party time. Okay, this time I am going to cut. I'm just going to cut about 1/3 off. And it does have the holes. So let me show you. So I left 3 holes on that side. And then this side I'll just You can punch that one out if you want. You can leave it. And it was just because it needed something. Now, just so that doesn't, I did cut that off as a matter of fact, but I'll leave it this time. And then I put the little train right there. Just so cute. These are some hefty tabs. And I just put it in the center. Again, you can cut this if you only want one side. I'll just go ahead and put the whole thing down. So we'll add adhesive. That's the brown side, just along the edge. And then we'll put glue on the whole front side. I'm not measuring. I'm just putting her somewhat in the middle. Because you just want to add those layers. Oh yeah, I had dolls too, but I loved the cars. Yep, I had one of those too. Well, it was my brother's. And then, oh, in fact, he went into auto body. He hand painted. He's retired now, but he hand painted the cars, or airbrushed the scenes. In fact, one of his Volkswagen, the front, he had put Lilo and Stitch. I have a photo of it, and he's very artistic. And it hangs in one of our local bars, the hood of the Volkswagen, because they wanted it so bad. And so he's always been into cars. And he went off to school, and I guess I was bored, and I went and gave all his Matchbox cars to the neighbors. So see, that's in a different place, and it looks just fine. And he came home from school, and I had given all his cars away. And he went and collected them from all the neighbors. And I got in trouble for giving his cars away. I was being nice. He still reminds me of that all the time. So I think I'll bring Party up here this time. This is where, when you have leftovers, and you will have leftovers, then you can use them as your tags in here, or you can just keep little memorabilias or anything that you like. And there we go. That one's done. Oh, how fun. We'll have our pages done. And then Monday, we can start writing on the front cover. No, the inside front cover. And exactly, Terry, that's what, and I was the only girl out of all boys. So that's what sisters are for, right? Right. Okay. So on these flaps, I'm just going to put a diaper bag. So I did not put anything on because this is cute right here. I did put a photo mat on the inside that is 3.5 by 5.5. And then we're going to put a little firefly. And I have a strip to cover our little scallop. Now this scallop is I think we already punched it, didn't we? Yeah, we did. And I think I have to punch another one. But I want my 3.5 by 5.5. There it is. And then let me see if I put this other half of our scallop in here. No, I'll just punch another one. I can't remember if we punched this yet or not, but I used from the Celebrations that floral. So check your scraps first and see what we have, because it also does not have to be that exact one. And I may not have any more of that, and I don't know why. One more look in the scraps here. See, that's where that one came from. So you'll have some of these left that can go in your pocket if you like. Okay, well, it looks like I don't, but I do have, we still have that little piece. So let's grab that. And we're just going to pick another one to cut our little scallop with. And so I really hate to punch out of a full piece. But I'm going to. So let's see what this will look like. It'll be pretty. Yes, yes, they are chipboard. Thank you for answering that for her. Okay, so that matches nicely. I'm going to cut that in half. So I'll put that underneath. But first, let's go ahead and put our photo mat down. And that, again, is 3.5 by 5.5. Oh, Bobby, you didn't buy the kit? Well, we do have more in now. It could be when you bought it, we didn't. But we have more in. Then we want one of those cute little fireflies. There it is. Down here at the bottom is the one I used. Oh, and the diaper bag. So let's go ahead and grab our diaper bag. That'll go up on top. Oh, okay. Well, we had run out of everything really fast at that time. Okay. So let's just put our adhesive just on the bottom, right along the edge, and in the center-ish. And I didn't like the way that looked on the back. So that's where I took our 6. We have this little strip. I'm going to cut a 1/2 inch. We're getting a lot of bang for our buck with that one. And it's going to go right across. Let's see. I think I need to. No, we just need to round our corners. If you rounded your corners. Oh, got a little boo-boo. Okay, it is directional, so you just want to, just check that your pattern's going in the right direction. This paper does tend to crack, so I'm going to add some ink here. Just kind of deters from it. Okay. Oops. Let me go ahead and get these edges. I guess I didn't ink our edges. We must have missed that. Oh, thank you. Yeah, the colors are similar, so these are going to be a beautiful set. If you have somebody like that, and again, if you like to build the album, we did the album. So see, the colors kind of coordinate for our wedding. I love this one so much. Okay, diaper bag up in the corner. And then we have a larger little lightning bug. He's up here at the top. We're going to put him there. Oh, Sherry, I did too. I do that. I didn't do these guys. No, I did these guys. I just didn't do that one. Okay. Those are so cute. So cute. Okay, now let's get out our 9 months. And that, see, you can tell how well it holds it down. Once it's in your book and all your pages smash against each other, things start to lay down nice and flat. You know, I think I like the flowers here better. Okay. And the back's done. And we're done there. Okay, as you're putting your pages in, you're going to notice it's getting pretty thick. Even though we didn't use the great big foam dots on everything, it just starts to do that. Okay, so this one, we are going to, it's the pocket. And that's where we kind of put that gusset, and I'm really happy we did. But we need our 3 1/4 by 5, and then we're going to cut our solid cardstock so we get a little more contrast though in the back. And you have 2 of those, 3 1/4 by 5. Yes, I agree, Bobby. And then I'm hanging on to them, the wedding ones. Hopefully we have granddaughters one day that get married. Okay, this piece that you should have this one left. We're going to cut 3 1/2 by 5 1/4. We want 2 of them. So 2 3 1/2. I think I'm getting to where I need a new blade. 49 and Market is such heavy paper, it really does cause you to wear your blades a little quicker. So 3 1/2 by 5 1/4. And I think I just cut that one too short. And I did. So yours should be 3 1/2 by 5 1/4. I don't have any more of this. So I'm taking those to 5, and I'm taking this to 4 3/4, 4 3/4, because I was talking and cut that too short, but that's okay. And I got those fuzzy edges. And I don't like the way those look. There we go. Much nicer. Well, I must have cut this too short again. Oh, no, I didn't cut this one. Oh, that's true, but it's over there, and I'm over here. Oh, you know what, Nikki? Let me show you after. Don't let me forget. We only have one page after this. I've got the kit here. So I did. Oh, that's the finished one. I did bring the kit home so that I can show you. And you know, it was funny, Terry, in the store today, because I met with, she's going to be doing cute little projects in the store, Tia. And I was getting some paper for another project that I want to do with the national parks and the Simple Stories outdoors. And I said, well, Morgan was working, and she's, okay, you're taking all that. Are you going to use it all? I said, well, no, I'll just bring back. You can add it back into inventory. And these one ladies looked at me and said, is it that easy to take it back? And Morgan said, well, she owns the store. So yes. And then they all laughed. Well, I guess if you own the store, you can bring back anything you want and take what you want. But I'm like, no, not really. Because if it's been sold, or I have to be careful with shipping. But it kind of was funny to hear. I heard to hear myself say, oh, I'll just bring back if I don't use it, and we'll put it back in the inventory. Like, I can just use it. Sometimes I still have trouble with that, because I'm like, we buy it for the customers. But I have to have it. I'm just as bad as you guys. Now, when the warehouse was in our backyard on the property here, that was really bad, because I just went out the back door. But now I have to drive. Okay. So I put one at the top. I just didn't want it to look just like a pocket. Even though these are smaller, that's fine. It still looks just as nice. But you want the photo mats, of course, flat, so you can still use your pockets. And we're just going to glue those down. And just eyeball center. Nikki, you're going to have to get your husband his own apartment so that you have room for your craft stuff. Okay, now we want one of our stars and our 10 months. So I've got 10 months. And this is not, it's not the chipboard, it's just your ephemera. Oh, Bobby, that's going to be so fun. You know, I have another, oh, only glue the one half that isn't going to be on the photo mat. I have another one of our members who does that. And so let me know if you ever need me to send you scraps or anything, because that I'll do that for her. And because I have some pretty good scraps. And then she'll make card kits for her residents. She also works there. Well, don't kick him out because he needs to buy your craft stuff. Just kidding. But I agree. That's why I have the whole basement is my studio. When all the kids moved out, nobody would come down here and watch TV. I even redid the family room, and it goes clear down into another bedroom. And then there's a bathroom. And I'm like, nobody's using it. I'm taking it. It's going to be my studio, period. I'm done. Nobody wants to go down there. And I'm taking both rooms and knocking the walls out. And I did. Okay, we already did this. And we've already done the inside matting, and I'm just double checking there is nothing that goes there. So we're good. Okay, we want 11 months, and then I want Born to Be Wild. And look who's talking, because this is about the time they start kind of jabber-jawing. First twos. Okay. Look who's talking. So things like this, if you know you're doing this for a boy, you could do, this one's our little man. I am fortunate, I'm grateful I have the whole basement. And also, nobody is ever moving back home. Grown child-wise. It's already been established. There's no room. I'll send him to my brother's. He's got plenty of room at my mom's house. Oh, I need the 11 months. Did I not grab 11 months? Okay. It's getting, guys, I can't find my months. How did it just disappear? Oh, there it is. Let me go ahead and grab those out. 11 months and 12 months. Yeah, after having them move in and out a couple of times, I'm like, you guys are done. I had to move my, and I'm sure you guys do too. Yes, we do. When you go into the store in the back, yes, we have the craft table set up, and it's right next to the door that goes into the warehouse, so it's really nice and convenient. But yes, we do. That's where we do classes, and I'll be doing, Betty will be doing that one. Is it next weekend? And I'll be doing it live from there. But in the videos that I've done of the store, yeah, you can. Oh, and where Lexi does her Thursday videos now, she's back there on the craft tables. So you can also come in and just work on your craft projects and get the supplies you need. Okay, this one's done because we did, a bunch of it that time. Hi, Monica. Okay, we're going to our last page in our book. So we're going to create this so you can slide a photo in there. So I just tied these little cuties. Oh, I wish you all did too. Tied those on the frame. There we go. Okay, so we're going to start here with this cutie. I think, yeah, it already fell out. So let's grab our words hello while we're here. And then I've got a heart. We've got some stars. No, those are chipboard. So there's my blue heart. And then a large and a small star. Okay, then we want that other part of this with the holes. I'll show you what I did here. Because I make this a little bit jagged. And then have a little square. We'll get all these guys in just a minute. I don't see my window. We want this big one here. And it's not cut, it was the die cut. Let's see if it fell out over here. This is not going to be good if I lost the little guy. Because I don't have any more of these in stock. All right, let's see if this fell out in our bags. Does everybody still have theirs on their card? I mean, I know we didn't use it. This is not good. There's my ribbon. Look in one more place. Oh, goodness. Okay, we got to find this. It's this one. And it was this big one up here. And I really didn't move anything. I mean, I kept it all together in one nice pile for this reason. Well, I'm going to have to, we may have to just do the back side and come back to that after I find it on Monday. My biggest fear is a puppy got a hold of it. Oh, but there it is. Okay. My heart stopped. There it is. Saved. We are safe. Then we want our 2 3/4 by 3 1/2. That's going to go on our frame. And it's our last 3 by 4 small frame. And we're going to start there. I know, and it's so big. How on earth would I have lost it? Okay, we have a little thing here to pop out. And, oh goodness, here they come a running. What have you got? Oh. They take towels. Bobby, do your beagles get a hold of the towels and run with them? Okay, let's do the inside a little bit. Now for this one, I have it opening. Oh, and I still had it opening on the side. Oh, anything fabric? Yeah. We have to keep everything up that's fabric. Don't you grab that. In fact, they're trying to get the ribbon. I would love it if you guys were on my front porch. Okay, we've got that done. We're going to do some scoring here, but first, here's what I did to this because I wanted it to be, and this is it's a little bigger size. It was too big actually. That's why I kind of stuck that there to show it in the window, but couple of things. You can tear it. It's just to give it a little interest back there. I'm going to turn it this way. I'm just going to tear it. We're going to ink it just to give it some of that jaggedness because we used the other half. Again, that one is wider. I don't know why, but that's okay. It was just to add another layer. And then they match. I'm going to start, I'm going to put these over here by scoring. We're going to score this little guy. So put him in your scoreboard. Okay? And it's really heavy, so at 1/2 inch. So just put it all the way to the top and then score at 1/2 inch. Because I didn't want to just put this down. I wanted to be able to lift it up and put a photo back there. And yeah, it's a little bit hard to score because it's super heavy cardstock. Well, get over here on the edge of my scoreboard. Come on. Oh, September is going to be here before you know it. But I was working on the project this morning and I'm so excited. It's really different. Okay, now when you score this or when you start burnishing this, it is close to your windows. So you want to be gentle. The main thing is we're going to just glue that down so we can lift it up. And this paper is in layers, so you'll notice that as you're working it. But mine kind of pops there, so that's why I put the word hello over the top. Oh, that's what mine just did. Yep, they are terrors. Okay, let's go ahead and add some ink to those edges. Just gives it that finished look there. Okay, so what I did is we're going to put that down, and then you'll see it's kind of cucky there. That's why this went down. Hides it perfectly. Then we're going to get into our scraps and cut a 3 3 by 3 5/8 because I wanted it to look like it was in the house in the back. So 3 by 3 5/8. And we should have a scrap of that wood. We should have. If not, just take one last look. Okay. Oh, yeah, you've got a baby the same age as she. Wait, is it the same age as Homer or Charlotte? I can't remember. There it is. Yes, ours pass out as soon as they hit the bed and they snore. So you should have one piece left. They pass out. Do yours kick, Bobby? Ours kick. In fact, they try to kick us out of the bed. If we're in their way, they kick to move. Okay, I've had enough of this blade. Oh, but I think, no, is this the last piece we cut? Yeah, I'll change it after. Ours kick really bad. So this is 3 by 3 5/8. Again, I'm just going to check to see. I wanted it to be in the window. Oh, your Bostons, do they really snore? Oh, yeah. This is going to be a little too long, so I need to cut it off. So I'll cut it to 3 3/8. Measure yours. Oh, goodness, I've been thumped a lot. Like, excuse me, this is my bed. Beagles just want to be in the covers. Okay. I'm just checking the length. So I want this to be glued down just underneath my score line. And again, it just gives it that look that there is a room back there. So I'm just going to add a little bit of adhesive along this edge. Okay, because we don't want it on the scored part. We just want it below it, like so. I mean, this is so stiff. It's not going to. It's just not going to pop all the way up, but enough that you can get a picture back there. That would be really cute to have a photo back there. So first, I'm going to put that down, and then I wanted the frame underneath there. So my frame really does need to go down first. I want to bring that almost to the top, almost, but not quite. So I'm going to mark my frame where I want the bottom to be. So I'll cover my pencil mark. So it's kind of optional, but I just set that there. Actually, we'll put it on after. It was just to give it just some layered looks. Okay, where we scored, we're going to glue that down. So it's going to sit right on top of the frame. This one's right at the top of the page. Oh, that's supposed to there. And that way you can just pop in a photo if you want. Just kind of pull it a little bit. If you want to put a photo there, see, it'll pop open. And then I was just playing around, and I thought, well, how cute if we put the other half of, you know, what the circle we punched, or you have this one. Oh, but hold on, I think we used, did we use that one on the cover? I always have to make sure. No, we did not. And I'm just going to double check. So no, I'm not. No, I don't have it left. So I must have used it somewhere. And so I'm not going to use that one. But I'll use the other half of my other one I punched and cut. If you have a doily or a circle. But I don't see where I used that one. So I think we're safe. If not, I'll punch another one. Okay. Again, totally up to you. Some of it, I'm thinking, I don't know why I did it. It was just to give it some variation in the window. So it's right there. And then you still put your photo right on top. So I didn't glue that, so you can stick your photo in. Or if you just want it for decoration, totally up to you. Kind of looks like the back of a crib. And I'm going to stick that out there. And that will be cute. So I'll go ahead and use those two. Or you can just leave it. I want you to know, just leave it. It'll be so adorable. Well, thank you. That'll be cute too. And then you can just pop your photo back there. So I'm actually this time put it underneath there. Maybe. Put that on the edge. I think I'll go with that this time. Well, 49 and Market was my inspiration. They did, when I saw this, I knew, oh my gosh, I knew. And I know that they had done a kit, not a kit, they did some instructions, but again, I wouldn't have been allowed to teach it. And when I saw this, I'm like, we're going to make our own. I mean, I could teach it, but it's only for like in the store. And I understand it's for the stores so that they can bring in customers. But I'm like, no, I have to make this so we can all just enjoy this beautiful paper. So I'll just add some adhesive here. That way I can put my photo down at the bottom. It'll fit in there. Or you can just put the photo on top, but then you have those layers, and I like those layers. But you can always just cover it with the photo, but to be honest with you, I would just leave it. I'll probably leave it. And then we're going to take the word hello, and I'm just going to add adhesive to the ends. Okay, let's see. And then in the center, because we don't want it to stick down onto the paper. Now let's see, let's bring that down a little bit so it'll open. Well, let's let it dry. Now we need some more cute things to sit on the shelf. So we need the bag, we need another diaper bag, and we need this bottle. No, I think it's this bottle, or is it this other one with the string? We're kind of getting to where we've used everything. It's this one with the string. Has the little tiny feathers. And then I want 2 of the little buggies. And you'll notice you have little ones, and then you've got some little bit bigger ones. But I think we're pretty much fresh out of buggies here soon. So also, this is the point I'm going to start taking out. We're going to use a lot of the leftovers here on the cover. So I'm going to start taking those out and put them in my other bucket. Man, I can't believe we're almost done here. Now we can just throw that away. So I'm looking for another firefly. There has to be one more. If not, we'll use a bee. Again, things will fall out, and that happens. So, oh, here it is. So it's over here where the imprint of the moon was. So those are our 2 fireflies. Whoops. And then go ahead and grab this kind of, I don't know, diaper pin with the heart. We want that. And then we want this little cutie. That's right. Then we're just gonna kind of, these are going on the cover. I'm gonna take those out. We'll leave our little beads here. We use these on the cover too, but this is like we used almost everything by the time we're done. Okay, now we want this other stool, the one with the bigger blanket. Okay, we're getting there. And then, let's see, we need hearts and stars. Hearts, stars, and that teeny tiny Dare to Dream. Oh, was there a little bee? You guys, oh my gosh, look at that. I'm so glad you guys watch out for me. Yep, there's a little bee. Because we're going to use those on the cover. And then I would have been saying, where's the bee? Okay, a blue heart for here. And I have 2 more stars. We should have 2 more. And the word Dare to Dream. So there's my 1 star. Hopefully I have 1 more big star. If not, and there's my Dare to Dream. Oh, there's our other little buggy. And 1 more star. Oh, and then I have 2 tags. Oh, we're going to use those tags on the back. Never mind, we don't need them right now. Oh, goodness. Okay, I'm not seeing another star. So I'll use an enamel instead. Or a chipboard. But no, we need those for the cover. Well, don't know where another star is? Yes, I do. Did I already take these out, you guys? Or were these for another page and I forgot to put them on? Nope, they were for this and I already had them. Well, I can put these back. Okay, we are ready. Now we get to decorate. Super fun. Okay, let's start with our diaper bag and bottle. Again, let's watch where you want your glue, because we don't want it on the inside there. Oops, got my diaper bag over a little too far, so we'll just overlap those. And oh, here's our little bug. So I took him, so I placed it so it's kind of like behind the curtain a little bit. So I can put some on this wing. Okay. And our stool. So what I did, I lift up. No, I didn't lift up the frame. He's on the side of the frame. Comes over onto the white. So we can glue this whole thing. Because that's the side that already has been glued down, so it won't get in the way. Then I'll put the little heart on top. Just sort of extends. You know, it looks like a paper clip, but I don't know if it's supposed to be a diaper pin. It is cute. Oh, we don't need our little firefly because that one's printed. Okay, then he's going to sit here at the bottom. And just a bit on the tail. And then dare to dream. Let's see, do your beagles sigh? Oh, yeah. Oh, no, they don't sigh. They're like, excuse me, you're in my way or you're inconveniencing me. And I'm like, my dear little beagle, what are you sighing about? You are a freeloader in this house. And it's like, you have nothing to sigh about, especially when you're freeloading. Let's see. Oh, when mine are wet from the rain, no, they come in and dry off on the towel. They roll all over the place. I tell Wilbur to wash his face, and so he will get a towel. He'll pull it off the rack, and he'll wash his face. He'll dry it completely. He doesn't like his face wet at all. Of course, beagles don't. They don't really like the water because they lose their sense of smell. And so they're not big water fans. And there goes Charlotte. But yeah, it's like you're the freeloader in the house. And you're sighing at me like I'm inconveniencing you. So nice of them, right? Okay, let's grab those enamel dots. And again, I'll just put a star there, and a heart here. I just went with the coordinating colors. To give it some dimension. And we're almost out of big stars. Then I went with the littler star here. No, it's a big star. I'll go with this one. Now over here, because we needed stars, I just placed them kind of in a row. I'll put a big one. I'm going to use these bigger stars that are in between the balloons, or one, and then I did two, but I'm going to add a couple more here. Altogether, I'll have 4, and I'll just start here with the one in between the balloons. And I'm going to put 3 of the smaller stars. You know, and because everything just kind of goes well together, it doesn't really matter what colors. I'm just trying to add some more dimension and color here. So I am adding an extra star. So let's go with the green. Added a few extra, and I believe that's it for our page. And you can definitely add more if you like. Beagles do. They are so full of personality. Pop that picture back there if you like. Okay, on the back side, we have our our 2 big frames. One is smaller, but those are our last 2. And we have 3 1/8 by 4 1/2. So our last 2 pieces, except there's no way that 3 1/8 by 4 1/2 is going to fit in that big one. So we may have to cut one. I didn't measure them both. Oh yeah, we're going to have to cut a bigger one. So let's go 3 3/4 for this one. 3 3/4 by 4 3/4. And you have plenty left. You have these scraps, plus you should have those other sheets. So 4 3/4 by 3 3/4. For our big one. Okay, so this one, we need our frame to open this time to the left, so that when we put them over, then we can still get our photo in. So on this left hand side is where our white matting needs to go. Of course, it doesn't matter. You can turn it around. I shouldn't worry about that, because it does, it can go either way. And we'll do this one before we mat it. I swear this cashmere just matches perfect. And it will be here Monday. So the tracking this morning said it was still to be delivered Monday. So we'll have more cashmere. It's perfect with this. Ooh, that's almost too long, isn't it? It's okay. Yeah, I think I'll just trim this bottom off a little bit. Much better. But we want them to open now to the left. Perfect. Okay. Okay, our 12th month. So that means we're going to be using those balloons. They're so pretty. And then to the tags. Let's see. So I tied them on the frame. And I used both. They have wood on the bottom. Definitely now we can start putting things together. Did I use, I didn't use that somewhere else, did I? Okay, well that's fine. We'll use that one. Nope, there it is. Has the polka dots and the wood. Okay, now I need to get a piece of that. I have one of the other kit. Well, it's your 1/8. All I did was put it through and tied it. And I do have some white twine here because I didn't, again, grab that either. This is just some twine on my desk. You should have enough of your 1/8 of an inch. The correct stuff of this, the champagne satiny one. Okay, oh, well, let's do this after we glue these down, shall we? Okay, we're going to go ahead and just glue the mat down. Okay, now this one, same thing. It can open this way. Might be better if that one opens this way and this one opens this way, and that's fine. The thing is, you only want glue on the frame part. So if you want to just kind of put your fingers there. We only want to glue that to the frame. And I did glue this bottom part to give it a little more stability. Of course, after the photo's in, you can glue it down. There we go. Because this needs to open and this needs to open. Perfect. And perfect. See, slide that in, glue it down after. Now, I open the frame and bring it down from under. Whoops. so that these are on the outside. So it needs to kind of overlap there. If you want them there, that is. This is not tying as nice as my satin. I'll cut this off when I get it because this is what we're actually using on the cruise. And it's kind of rigid compared to that little satin. It doesn't want to do what I want it to do. So I'll just leave that there for now till I bring some home. Yeah, see, yours will lay better with that little satin. Okay, then we'll put our 12 months down. Kind of right in the center where that negative spot is, right there. And let's grab first tooth. And just the bottom, because it extends up over the frame, so you don't want glue there. Oh, and then first smile for the top. Of course, I know babies do smile a lot sooner than that. And on this one, we'll just put it here on the top, not all over, because it's going to extend down. So these tags are just perfect for writing the date, or especially the date when the first smile was, and the first tooth. Now that will lift up just fine. And now let's get our little raccoon here. Right. Nope, that's not him. Oh, maybe it is. Nope. It might still be on our paper then. Oh, nope, he's not. So I probably used the wrong one on the other page, which is fine. Let's just take another quick look, because these guys are all going on the front. Okay, so it's him. Whichever little guy you have left. And we're just going to glue him here on the frame. And these balloons are just so fun. So I have one coming up to the top of the frame. And they're all pretty much the same. Now we got little variants in color, but nothing drastic. And then I put one down here by the 12th month because it's birthday time. Oops. Okay, we're done with our pages. So let me grab the book. Now, before we can close it, you'll have to probably move some pages too. And even though I used the smaller dots throughout, let's see if it made a difference. Because it's still pretty chunky. Yeah, it made. Oops. Let's put this one back in the original. Of course, we did change that one, so it helps. But you know, it's not. It helps, but yeah, it helped. I can definitely see it's not quite as, but it's still chunky, which I love. I just love the chunkiness. Okay, so let me put this one away. And here's what we're going to do Monday. And I know we had a few kits missing the waterfall, so we have this little mechanism going out to you guys. And then on Monday, when we meet, I did use this border punch. I've had it, but we do have one in the warehouse. So it is online. If you want one like this, it makes this really pretty border. It just needed some color, and then I use it on the cover. But you can use any one of your border punches or dies. So I'm going to use it top and bottom. So now you can see where we're going to use the words Little Miracle. So don't use those in your book. And our cute little elephants, Sweet Beginnings and Welcome. So we will do our cover Monday, and we'll do this little guy. And I did use the border punch in here also, again, just because it needed it. And I'm going to change these. These just don't, I can't change them now, but I'm going to change them in the video. So we will create. And this is, I like the waterfall. I really love this pre-made. Oh yeah, I'm going to show you little celebrations, you bet. So I used all the solids on the back. You can also take this off and add a magnet if you prefer. That's what's so nice about it. And then this will be the extra. So if you did order the 12 by 12 sheet, oops, with the months, I'll still make this little pocket, but I am going to make it with gussets this time. It needs more if you're going to put all 12. So these were the 1 through 12. And it's pretty thick, but we'll make a gusseted one on Monday. Okay, let me just close this up. And of course, we'll put our ribbon on, and yeah, we'll be done Monday. We've done really good. Yeah, you got to have a tight closure on these books. And I do tie it. I pull it kind of tight and lay it down. I pull it tight. It's what also helps your pages to relax and start laying flat. So let me show you what I got for little celebrations if you're wanting. Now for little celebrations, I'm going to use the same album. So I've got to get, and we will order more in, but I've got quite a few in stock. So I'm going to use the same album. Okay. And then I'm going to go grab that for you so I can show you what I'm going to use. And home we move. Good boy. Okay, you guys got a pencil? So this is brand spanking new, and it is absolutely gorgeous. So this one doesn't have a kit, but you can get, I'll show you the bundle kit. Look at this, you guys. So it has this kind of texture to it. Oh, I don't have the Celebrations album made. I've got to make that next. And so, but this is what I'm going to use. And this one is, it has the number 69 on it. So I will get that posted, but they're brand spanking new. It has like a really pretty texture. So for that album, I'm going to use, yeah, because the album's not made, but I'm going to use the Celebrations collection bundle. So in the collection bundle, and I know I brought home the Celebrations, hold on, because we're going to need the 6 by 8 paper pad. Let me check one more thing. I'm pretty sure I brought it home. But you want for sure the Celebrations bundle, because then you've got these different words. You've got happy birthday, anniversary, moment. And I'm kind of leaning towards not doing it baby. I want to do it more, you know, birthday celebrations. We've got birthday bash, celebrate, cheers. And I'm going to use the rub-ons. So they come in this, though. So this is everything that will come in here is your rub-on transfers. So you're going to need the 6x8, another celebration paper pad, just one. Rub-on transfers. The chipboard words. Now, I'm going to be using these, but you really can, you won't, it comes in here, but you're going to have some of these left, so you could really use these if you want. Oh, Terry, no, I didn't. I'm sorry. I failed you. No. And then it does come with, it comes with the 12 by 12 paper pad. So I'm going to use a lot of this in this book instead of 2 6x8s because we're going to cut it. So we're going to be fine. And I thought that will be so much better. And you know what? I really love the 12 by 12. Oh, I've got the loose papers. I'll show you. But you get the collection kit in there. And then you're going to get also your fabric tape sheet. Rub-on transfers, fabric tape, yeah, epoxy stickers, 12 by 12. Okay, that's right. So we are going to use the tape this time. The fabric tape. And then you're going to get your laser cuts. And the laser cuts have more florals in here because they're kind of like more grown up. And it has a lot of the balloons. And let's see something here because I haven't opened this one yet. But you do want to get this. Just go on and you can get the Little Celebrations Collection Bundle. I think it's $34.99. But then you're going to want another album. And then whatever ribbon. So let's see. Oh, cute. Oh, so they put some frames. I always like to see what they have on the cutouts. I mean, on the extra sheet. Okay. So I always know what. Oh, these are pretty. Oh, these are going to be so pretty. Okay. So we will have frames in there to cut. Because the ephemera for this, I believe, is mixed in with, some of it has, oh, here it is. Some of it has dual, like the rub-on transfers, not the rub-on transfers, the ephemera that we used. You know, the ephemera pack with, that one is Little Celebrations slash, see, it's Little Celebrations, Little Dreamers. So if you want to get another one, but I wasn't going to use any of these. I'm going to use what was left over from this one. Yes, the bundle is on the website. Let me grab it for you. It's under just Little Celebrations. Let me just get it for you. Okay, it's $44.99 for all of this. So let me post that link for you. And then grab a 6x8 paper pad. And then when we're all said and done, we're going to make, we'll get an album out of this too. Okay, there's your binder. And your 6x8. And it does look like I have one more baby kit in stock, and that's it. Then it's gone. I have one more of the one we're working on now. Okay, so you get all this fun stuff in there. So we're going to use this. So here's the single sheets. Let me show you. So they're a little bit bigger. We have a bigger graphics, and then we have some line paper. So we're going to be cutting these into some 6x8s. on the 12 by 12s. So you get a little more detail on your 12 by 12s. Love it. But you know, when I saw the bigger ones, I'm like, this isn't in the 6 by 8, but yes, it is in the 6 by 8. It's just they're bigger. And so we're going to go 6 and then we'll get our 8s. So pretty. And there's just a lot more color, of course, because that happens with mine when we go down to 8 by 8. You do lose some of the detail. It happens. But this is just the singles. And you get the whole pack in there. So if you want to grab that, another album, then you're going to be good to go for the celebrations. And of course, it comes in the bag, which I love these bags. Any bags or the bags we put our kits in, just love them all. Okay, that is, and that, look at how cute. So it's all going to be about celebrations and parties. And you can gear yours, I don't know, anniversaries, if you want to start. It'd be really cute for the newlywed. You could put it with the one perfect day, the perfect day, and make it for anniversaries throughout the newlywed's year life. And just cute words here: birthday bash, hip hip hooray, a day to remember. Very cute. I wasn't going to use the solids because we have the we have the 12 by 12 paper pad. So if you get your 6 by 8, you know how our 6 by 8 has, let me show you. And for those of you that already have this, see, you got, so I'm going to use these backs. So this is where we are going to get our solid. You know what, Bobby? Oh my gosh, you're reading my mind. Yes, actually, that is what I'm going to do with the, oh, come on, what's the one with the Grand Canyon and everything? I just brought that here to work on too. I have to get that one made. I am doing that. Yes, I'm going to do it landscape, and I'm so excited to try it. Okay, so see, we have these solids. So do not, don't start cutting into these if you're going to make the celebrations, because these are the ones we're going to use. And then you have some, you have some of yours solids. We already have some of those left. Whoops, wrong kit. We have these solids, so we're going to utilize what we have left here. And then we have a full sheet on the back of the cover that we did not use. So we're going to do that. Now, you have enough if you bought this kit. Yeah, national parks. That's what I'm using, national parks and simple stories, that one. And I brought it down. I can show you. You have enough of this that came in your baby kit. I gave you 10 sheets, so you have enough. The only thing you're going to need is some of your own artisan white cardstock to build our flaps, but that's nothing. You guys have that in your stash. I know it. Okay, so that's what, now this one won't come until July. I will get it done though to show you, but we won't be creating it until July, because we will be leaving. I know I don't want to leave you guys for our crafting cruise to Alaska, and then when I get back we have to make a doodlebug, and then we're going to make this one. We have to make the national parks. Oh no, the chipboards are not. You do need to pick up your chipboards. Sorry. You get the 12 by 12 paper pack, the rub-on, laser cuts, fabric tape, and epoxy. So pick up the chipboards and an album. That's basically what you need to pick up, a chipboard and album. Okay, and we will be creating that. So you got lots to do this summer. You guys better get working. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, well, I'll see you Monday, and we'll finish this, and you'll be all done. Great for gift giving. And you guys have the rest of your weekend a great one. Yeah, it won't. Yeah, it'll be in July. Yep, because you also have those of you that have the subscription box, um, our Seasons of Creativity, which is 4 months worth of projects, and that gets mailed out June 10th. So we do have more available online if you guys want to get in on that box. And good night. I'll see you all Monday. Bye bye.